Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. After an arduous trip up those steps where they keep casting that spiral spell, we made it inside to Spiral Rise. And sure enough, that is exactly what I'm going to do. Are you the one who trolled me? I was genuinely wondering where that other set of spells was coming from. Not that that person's going to be a threat with my climb now, but man, it feels good to get rid of that guy. I guess the idea is you would take him out on the roof, go downstairs, take out the other guy from behind as well, then you can do your exploration. But, oh man, that sucked. I can't go up anymore, so I guess I have to go this way. I can keep going around that way. Presumably not this way. Damn. That's a lot of potties. Let's go clockwise. Is that sand falling? Really? I mean, alright. Oh, can he not make it to the little column? Well, I'm safer now. It's some ambush. Whoa. That is devastating. Let's not get hit by that. That was incredible. Is it possible for me to get up top here? I don't know where else I would do that. From this little roof? Oh, here we go. Smithing stone 8 times 2. I'm looking out for more of those grave birds. You never know. Oblivious Inquisitor. Not my problem. Revered Spirit Ash. I should go upstairs. But I won't. Silverhorn Tender. I'll go up these stairs. Horned Warrior Ashes. Wow. This heavily armored guardian spirit of the tower attained inhuman strength through divine invocation and wields a curved greatsword that brings horns to bear on its foes. In the tower, these warriors and their weapons both are spiritual vessels. Stanching boluses. Neutralizing boluses. That makes me nervous. Also, is this going to actually advance me, or is this going to take me back to an earlier area? I assume an earlier area? Golden Horn Tender? I probably am supposed to... No, I can keep climbing, actually. Because there's the stairway I'm supposed to be using, but I can keep climbing here, which is interesting. Oh, oh. I'm okay with that. That is as good as that's gonna get. Didn't drop anything though, how disappointing. And he was not a lightning type, he was an ice type, apparently. I suppose I could have just snuck past him. Scatter-tree fragment! Now where do I go? Behold. 5 Spirit Ashes. I think that's the last Spirit Ash upgrade in the game. Now let's see what happens if I actually go up these stairs. Oh, okay, full circle, so I would have had to go this way anyway. Well, don't I feel silly. Maybe he just won't follow me. I don't know where he went. I'm gonna just go this way. I don't know what happened. Did he just fall off or something? I don't think I got runes. Oh well, no complaints from me. I guess I'm supposed to just climb up this little roof. Oh, okay. I've made my way past the broken stairs. Somber Smithing Stone, 6. Oh. Well, we have the obvious stairs there, but before doing that, we actually go back down, strangely. Freaking yikes. You gotta respect those reflexes, though. Unbelievable. Exhausting, these guys. Well, this looks good. Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Just look at the distance. Incredible. Alright. I guess I didn't really need to come here, but it's interesting. I found a little special item. Let's go back. Now what? Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute. Yeah. This is going to cost me my progress, but... on top of all this, Gravebird Helm, that's where you find it. Stone helm with a tinge of green, one of a set of armor pieces cast in the image of the Gravebird, empowers spells which summon rings of spectral light. Gravebirds are ancient golems, etc. That's where the Gravebird Helm is. Bad news, I've lost my upward progress. Good news, I found the Gravebird Helm. Is it at all possible for me? Maybe I can jump back here? Okay. I mean, either way, I would have had to redo my progress anyway. But at least this way didn't get me killed. Is there somewhere else to be from this point? I can't go any higher. I guess I'll just have to descend. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm good after all. Maybe I'm good after all. I could take the elevator back up. I don't have to redo the whole level. And now we can actually go up the stairs. Looks like I'm headed to a boss, huh? I can summon. I'm just gonna. Oh, he just gets right in there. This is a winds type, so we're fighting... wow. Various elements. It's still stung, but we're alright. Wow, alright. Let's give this another shot. This is very difficult because this guy is very strong, but also if you die, you just have to come all the way back here from the site of grace. I guess I'll let him come to me. I want to be near my mimic tier. Okay, that's more like it. Mimic tier's over there, buddy. Mimic tier's over there. Good man. What? Wow. That anime move? That's alright. Mimic got the bleed. Cool. Horned Warrior's Greatsword. Curved Greatsword of the Horned Warriors, Keepers of the Tower. A heavy weapon made to bring the deft strength of the warriors to bear. The ornamental tangled horns allow the blade to serve as a medium for horn calling. Skill, horn calling, Storm. Invokes tangled horns to cover the weapon's blade. Call a storm into the horns, then mow through enemies. Additional inputs allow for up to 2 follow-up attacks. And Rune's back. That was tricky. We're really building up. And if you look up... well, I guess it goes higher than I thought. Oh, thank goodness. We have our summon statue, but also Erdtree fragment. There it is. This is all, I think, 50 Erdtree fragments in the game. Boom. This is as good as it's going to get. Cleansing chamber anteroom, huh? Okay, where to go now?
It was never kind of Nicola, was it? The Erdtree was leading you all along, so that you might ascend to lordship, might come to be Lord to begin with. I suppose it must be what His Eminence, or perhaps the Erdtree, desired all along. The clashing of the favoured lords, such that one would prevail. So be it. If you insist upon facing Nicola the Kind, then I will run you through whoever you might be. Don't tarry now.
Wow. Be summoned to challenge Needle Knight Letta and her allies. Okay.
Don't you dare approach Nicola the Kind. Needle Knight Letta, Dryleaf Dane, and our allies will never allow this. I am the Red Mage.
Freya.
The time has come.
Amazing.
I could not hope for a worthier foe. This is our moment. Let's make it something to remember. There can only be
This is great. Sure, I died in battle, but did you notice? I have multiple summon signs. Summon Talier. This cooperator will not arrive until the time is right. He'll be summoned at the appropriate time. And Ansbach. This is great. Let's get in there.
Don't you dare approach Nicola the Kind. Needle Knight Letta, Dryleaf Dane, and our allies will never allow this. I am the Red Mane, Freya. The time has come.
I could not hope for a worthier foe. This is our moment. Let's make it something to remember.
More? Really? Mr. Forager Man?
It appears that our interests have aligned. A far my soul it is that we do not meet today as enemies.
This is fantastic. I can't get over just all the lines. Instant Scarlet Rot. I'll just have to suck that up. What can I do? Here's Letta. When someone threw a ring at me, that might have been Dane. It's hard to keep up with everybody. Yeah, Dane's here. Do you remember when I was asked by more, should I just be sad forever, or should I, get over the situation? If I had told Moore to hell with it, be sad forever, he would have eventually just died and dropped his stuff. But I didn't, so he joined this fight. And now Dane's gonna kick my ass. Mimic Teeter's dead, but I do have Talia and Ansbach. I'll have to handle this carefully, because Dane is frightening. Where's my backstab attempt that missed? Go get him, Talia, so I can get the backstab. Get him, Talia. Man, that was awesome. Letta's sword. That was incredible. I got Letta's sword, which I'll check out now. Light great sword with gold inlaid, weapon of Letta the Needle Knight, deals holy damage. Though polished to a mirror sheen, this blade still reeks with the stench of crusted blood that lingers from the cull of her knightly comrades. Needle Piercer, skill of Needle Knight Letta, generates 10 gold needles which pierce their target all at once. Those pierced are purged of all ailments and special effects alike. Remember the gold needle getting us out of the Lord of Frenzied Flame? Moore's Bell Bearing, in case I wasn't able to buy stuff from him when he disappeared. Verdigris Great Shield. Verdigris set. His Great Shield was his weapon, huh? It just says his bell bearing found upon his perished flesh. Let's take a look at his equipment. Helm made from an unusual metal known as verdigris. Verdigris is said to be the gift of an outer god, possessed of an enormously hefty, yet supple strength, thanks to its rusted nature. Amusingly, it weighs less than my current helm. Better versus slash, pierce, magic, and holy, but worse against strike, fire, and lightning. That's good armor, really. The armor says the same thing. The gauntlets say the same thing. The greaves say the same thing. And then there is his great shield, which appears to just be better in every way except for weight. It's just a better shield, except for weight. Wow. It's a little heavy for me, that's the problem, but damn. Great shield made of the unusual metal known as verdigris, boasts greater guard capacity than damage negation, to the extent that the shield will continue to protect its target even if its bearer should die. And then there's Moore's Charge. Ready the shield with both hands, then charge forth while maintaining guard, ending in a shove imbued with verdigris magic, knocks back nearby enemies but does not cause significant harm. Holds to extend the length of the charge. That's honestly good. Freya's greatsword and set. Freya's helm, Golden helm of Redmane Freya, member of General Radahn's most distinguished knights. A hideous scarlet wound was once hewn into the center of her face. Later, Mikola gently put his lips to it, and the unfading scar became the compass that Freya would thereafter follow. Armor. Golden armor of Redmane Freya, member of General Radahn's most distinguished knights, affixed with a black woolen mantle. After witnessing Freya's valor as a gladiator in his youth, Radahn invited her to join the ranks of his most trusted warriors. Gauntlets, same description. Freya's greaves, same description. Weapon of Freya, a red mane. Great sword decorated with a mane much like the weapons used by her liege. The spirit of Freya's training lingers in this sword, enhancing the power of Redmane battle skills. Spinning Slash. Skill favored by dexterous warriors. Slash foes as your body spins. Additional input allows for a follow-up attack. Is that the one... Can I not do it? I guess I just can't do it in this room. I'll come back to that in a moment. Oh, Dane's footwork. Okay. A technique for hand-to-hand combat without the aid of a weapon. This martial art focuses on kicking techniques. This kick-based martial art is unique to Dane, a dryleaf, and sworn ally of Letta. He acquired these skills by training with the aid of a waterfall, letting the water beat his body and throwing himself into its basin. Palm Blast. Skill of the spiritual seekers known as the Dryleaf Sect. Imbues hand with energy before using a palm strike to unleash an explosive blast. The already formidable power and impact can be bolstered by charging the attack. Very nice. I do kind of feel bad for taking out everybody, but that was an amazing battle. Everyone with their lines as they come in and when you take them out. Simply fantastic. Now I'm fully aware I'm going backwards, but I want to see if I can do... Yeah, okay. Spinning Slash? Okay, that wasn't quite what I thought it was. It's just that Freya used a... Okay. Freya used a move where she stuck the sword in the ground with a vertical slash and then used that to launch her up in the air to do a flip attack. And that's very much like Casca from Berserk. I was wondering if I'd be able to do that.
What? Impossible!
Guess not. But I do have a lot of runes. Can I level, do you think? There we go. Okay, I got everybody's stuff. Let us move forward. Oh. And there's Letta herself. Letta's armor. Chest armor of Needle Knight Letta. Slightly strengthens attacks following a dodge roll or backstep as well as dash attacks. Embroidered with a golden cross tree motif, the chalk-white cloak and surcoat symbolize the honor of the Needle Knights. Kindly Mikola fashioned us as his needles to quell all, to ward away all. Moving on forward. This is it. This is the grand finale. Oh, hello. Look who it is.
Righteous tarnished. That was an astounding battle, to be sure. Now I suppose this leaves only one. But in truth, I cannot calm my quivering. Challenging a god is no small matter.
What about Talia?
I'm afraid I underestimated the lad. Appearing frail in both body and mind, I presumed it'd be like to stumble upon the field of battle. What a fool I was. He serves another master, but Setiolier performed magnificently. Perhaps he too quivers with anticipation, as do we.
What about Moog's death?
Oh. Something you want to get off your chest? Well, you needn't worry. It was you, wasn't it? Who defeated Lord Moog. Fear not. I bear no grudge against you. His Eminence was felled in an honorable duel. And such are the risks of seeking lordship. Besides, what right have I to complain? I blame the enchantment more than anything. Righteous tarnished, we will have our victory. I swear upon my blood.
Amazing.
Righteous tarnished, I swear.
All right. We're really, really building up. This is it. This is it. Divine Gate Front Staircase. It all comes down to this. Do I have what it takes? Talia. Ansbach. Now there's a chance I may not want to do this because summons boost boss HP, but I gotta try it once. Here it comes. The final boss.
My loyal blade and champion of the festival. Both your deeds will ever be praised in song. Now, the vow will be honored, and my lord brother's soul will return, so that he may be my consort.
That is not good. Young, pre-corrupted Radahn. Maybe no horse, but we're all dead. Remember, this man fought Melania to a standstill. Oh my god. Oh.
Lord brother. At long last you are returned. Tarnished one. Aspiring lord of the old order. If you have known sin, if you grieve for this world, forward to us. To I, Nicola, and my promised consort, Radahn.
Oh boy. Get ready. Not good.
I promise you 1,000-year voyage guided by compassion.
Actually scary. Watch this. That is the sole reason to have Mikola's Great Rune, is to cancel the effect of that attack. If you get caught with that attack twice, then you just lose. Looking a little different now, huh? Only one summon, because I want to do some damage to the boss. Big Hammer, I applied the Ash of War Prayerful Strike, so it heals self and nearby allies upon connecting. Black Steel Shield, better against Holy, and I modified it to be slightly less good against physical and more against Holy. So I'll take like 5% chip damage from physical attacks now, but also only 5% chip damage from Holy. I also have a talisman that increases poise, so that I could better tank this guy. My stamina does not regen as quickly because of all these talismans. I have an anti-holy talisman as well. Here goes nothing, right? Block! Alright, let's get in there. Sort of. That's a hug. That's a problem. Hey, want to see me heal my allies? Not even close. I Mimic threw a rock pot at the guy. That's another thing I made. I have it on me, which means that he has it on him. And if I don't use them, then if I die, then he'll just have them, which is great. I should really be healing my Mimic tier now. All that stamina, so little damage. Mimic tier really needs healing. Mimic tier got some healing. I guess he healed himself with that prayerful strike. I can help some more, it's okay. Look at that, Mimic tier is almost at full. Is this just bananas or what? Frost pots being thrown, good stuff. This guy is susceptible to frost and rot. Ironically, not so much holy, even though Powerful Strike is holy, but that heal is just too good. Plus, the raw punch of the hammer is great for breaking his poise. This is where we get the hell out. If Mimic Tear dies, he dies. Ansbach needs help. Right now. For Ansbach! It's unbelievable. Ansbach needs help. Just a block, that's fine. Oh my god, finally. Finally. Remembrance of a god and a lord. That took hours. That is by far the longest I've spent on a Souls boss. Now yes, the boss was damn hard, but I'm playing on New Game Plus 3. He's really, really hard. Remembrance of Radahn, consort of Miquella. In their childhood, Miquella saw in Radahn a lord, his strength and his kindness that stood in stark contrast with their afflicted selves. And so Miquella made his heartfelt wish that Radahn would one day be his king consort. Also, by the way, big strong guy, smaller weaker guy hanging onto his back, that's very... I forgot if it was twin princes or brother princes or what from Dark Souls 3. Oh boy. It actually happened. It actually happened. This took so long. Let us go together. Yeah, fair enough. Touch memory. Yeah, just a second. No music, no sound at all. Gate of Divinity. Talier's Hidden Needle and Set. That's the big payoff. A mask upon which is carved a tranquil sleeping face. The silver hair is arranged in the same style as St. Trina's, increasing arcane. Just once, Talier was granted the sweet repose of velvety sleep. The remainder of his days would be spent attempting to recapture it. Talier's garb. The dark attire of those who wield poison in secret. The silver hair is arranged in the same style as St. Trina's, increasing arcane. Additionally, countless needles are sewn onto the exterior, apparently for talismanic effect. Talier's gloves. The dark gloves of those who wield poison in secret, ever scorned and loathed. And then the trousers with the same description. Talier's Hidden Needle. Concealed weapon used by Talier, of a design generally favored by poison wielders for dark and subtle purposes. Like St. Trina, who blossomed in the deep purple garden, a rich poison is secreted from within which sends its victims into an eternal sleep. Sleep evermore. Pierces the enemy deeply with the poison-coated needle that delivers eternal sleep. If the follow-up strike lands upon a foe who is already in a state of slumber or eternal sleep, it will deal significant damage. And I love that the passive effect causes not sleep buildup, but eternal sleep buildup. But wait, there's more. Remember how I could have invaded Ansbach and gotten his set and his bow? Even in this playthrough, I already have his bow. Well, here's his set. We've already read that. But Obsidian Lamina, that's new. Furious Blade of Ansbach, that's new. Furious Blade of Ansbach, Incantation of Ansbach, Pure Blood Knight. Produces a blood flame blade from the side of the hand, then lunges at enemies to cleave through them. Charge to increase the number of slashes. Markedly different from the finessed swordplay of the Dynast, this is an aggressive last resort of an incantation that gave rise to Ansbach's fearsome reputation. Amazing. Signature weapon of the Pure Blood Knight Ansbach, a viciously keen and slender scythe made for combat. The obsidian edge relies not upon trickery to fulfill its violent purpose. Only well-honed skill is required to rip and rend through foes, sowing blossoms of red upon the battlefield. Dynastic Sickle Play. A finessed evasive skill that creates space to maneuver. Inputs dictate direction of the backstep. Follow up with strong attack to perform an advancing upward slash. Press strong attack again to bring the weapon back down. Blood buildup 67. That's quite impressive. My own is 77, but that's really good. And there it is next to him, of course. And now it's time for the final scene. Touch Memory.
Lord brother, I'm going to be a god. If we honor our part of the vow, promise me you'll be my consort. I'll make the world a gentler place.
Circlet of Light. Let's take a look. The circlet of light which adorned Miquella's head as he returned in divine aspect. It has begun to fade into nothingness. Slightly boosts intelligence, faith, and arcane, while also boosting the power of Miquella's light. This circle was to be the very foundation upon which Miquella's Age of Compassion would be built, should it ever have come to pass. Do you think there's anything up here? Otherwise, I have just 2 things to look into. No horse. No cheating. We'll never know what's in there. I have 2 things I want to take a look at, and one of them may be a bit surprising. I suspect you know the other. We're going to go back to St. Trina. Why are we going to St. Trina? This is why. The human part of the flower is gone. St. Trina's blossom, which is a headwear. St. Trina's life withered and fell, as fleeting as the seasons. At her last, she left a single water lily. Slightly boosts max FP. Despite the velvety purple hue, the flower is in no way poisonous, it merely blooms in quietude. Oh yeah, a little flower adornment. Also, wow, I have a face. incredible. And now for the very last thing, of course. Now this is special. Remember, you can clone remembrances at mausoleums, but we can make 3 things. Remembrance of a god and a lord. Great Sword of Radahn, Lord. Great swords of black steel wielded by Radahn in his youth, a pair of weapons decorated with the lion mane motif. These were in his possession immediately before his triumph over the stars, the swords of a lord who does not rely on physical strength and gravity alone. Promised consort! Imbue the 2 great swords with the light of Mikola, then deliver a slashing attack accompanied by columns of light. Additional input allows for up to 2 follow-up attacks. Boy, was that annoying to deal with. Great Sword of Radahn, Light. Well, the flavor text is the same, but unique skill, Light Speed Slash. Assume a luminous form and leap forward to deliver a downward slash at the speed of light. This attack will be followed up by an additional light attack, charged to increase power of the skill and number of follow-up attacks. I'm actually surprised. The stats are exactly the same. I thought this was going to be an Artorias Greatsword situation, where the name is identical but the stats are actually different and one of them is cursed, but no, these swords are the same except for the unique skill. And then, Light of Mikola. The strength of Mikola upon his deific return, wielded as an incantation, annihilates foes with a pillar of light. I assume that's his big opening attack where he slowly floats in the air and blows everything up. Mikola sought to accept all that was and would be, but found one that refused to be embraced. No wonder, as one god, and one king consort, is all the world needs. Mikola really is pretty terrifying. That hug? I had said that if you get hugged twice, you die. But what's interesting is that if you get caught the second time, after having the status of being hugged the first time, it says something like heart taken for your loss, because you don't actually die. That's what Ansbach feared. He just makes you love him. But wait, there's one last thing. Equipment of Champions. Radahn's red mane helm, yeah, but Young Lion's helm. The golden helm worn by Radahn in his younger years, proudly displaying his heroic red hair, it is fitting attire for a lion. When Malenia, blade of Mikola, let the rot flower blossom in Aeonia, Radahn heard a murmur in his ear. Mikola awaits thee, O promised consort. Wow. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned this before, but that helmet, especially when you see Radahn wearing it, it reminds me of Grunbeld from Berserk. He's got that animal around his face helmet. I should also point out, by the way, how clever it is that you must beat Radahn in order to open the DLC. Of course, Moog, that's where the entrance is, but you gotta beat Radahn as well, because otherwise beating the DLC would retcon the base game. Because if you kill Radahn, then he's, dead. So you gotta beat his present self before his past self. Radahn's lion armor. Young Lion's armor. The golden armor worn by Radahn in his younger years, proudly adorned with heroic red accents, it is fitting attire for a lion. Same flavor text. Radahn's gauntlets. Young Lion's gauntlets. The golden gauntlets worn by Radahn in his younger years. Young Lion's greaves. The golden greaves worn by Radahn in his younger years, worn by a fierce lion. Simply incredible.
Now let the words.
That's it. We have now done everything in the DLC. I don't have everything to show you, because that requires 3 playthroughs, but I have shown you everything that you can do, including alternate NPC paths. This is effectively a 100% run. This DLC is amazing. I can hardly believe it is a DLC. It's nearly as big as the first Dark Souls in terms of sheer length. Simply magnificent. Well, we have done it. We have already beaten Elden Ring, but now we've beaten its DLC as well, which was the size of a regular game. This was massive. So much to offer, so many one-time bosses you've seen before, a Crucible Knight, a Tibia Mariner, a Deathrite Bird, that kind of thing, but so many brand new bosses to deal with as well. Those Furnace Golems, the Mother of Fingers, oof. Just when you thought they couldn't get creepier, they found a way. What if everything were fingers? No thanks, man. Mesmer was awesome with his crazy anime attacks. Radahn was impressive as usual. Radahn plus Mikula. It's Radahn again plus Lord Marshall from the Chronicles of Riddick anime attacks. Take my word on that one. It's weird, but it makes sense, I swear. But man, this game was awesome. And of course it has replay value if you want to pick up all the things and get all of the unique items and have them all in one file. That final boss, though, that is hard. Like I said before, probably would have had an easier time if I played it on New Game, but I'm on New Game Plus 3, everything is tougher. And you get diminishing returns with level ups after a point. But hey, we finally pulled through, we did it. This was so much fun, it was such a spectacle, and I'm very happy that I played it. As for what's coming next, tell you what, it's a follow-up to another game that I haven't played in a long time, except this time, a very long time. Until next time, everyone.